Most people have trained themselves. You have patterns of thought about money. You have patterns of thought about your body. You have patterns of thought about teachers. You have patterns of thought about government. You have patterns of thought about ecology. You have patterns of thought about medicine. You have patterns of thought about animals. You have patterns of thought about cats. You have patterns of thoughts about dogs. Some of you like dogs and don't like cats. Some of you like cats and don't like dogs. You have patterns of thoughts about all kinds of things. A pattern of thought just meaning a thought that you thought, maybe your mother thought it and she thought it and spoke it, and then you thought it and listened, and then it doesn't matter where the thought got started, but you've got an active vibration about a lot of different subjects. So, let's say your active vibration about the subject of something that you want improvement in. Let's say your active thought is that we are in the middle of a financial crisis. And let's say that your active thought is that costs are going up and incomes are going down and the government is trying to fix it, but there are so many moving parts that even the best of them are in a state of confusion. And so that's your active thought, that you've talked about it, you've thought about it, you've listened, you've reasoned it out. That's your active thought. Well, it takes discipline to think a different thought. And many people would say, it's not just that it takes discipline to think an improved thought, Abraham. I don't want to think an improved thought because I've been trained to tell it like it is. I've been trained to face reality, to tell the truth. So now this vibration, this reason that it's harder to think a different thought has many layers of reasons. My mother told me to always tell her exactly the truth. And I don't always do it, but I feel guilty every time I don't. So I've trained myself into this thought, and now it's difficult to think a thought that's different. And we want to say, oh, hear this. The only reason that it's harder to think the optimistic thought about the subject that you've been pessimistic about is because the habit of thought has a vibration active within you, and law of attraction's holding you there. Law of attraction's holding you there. Law of attraction's giving you other thoughts that match it. Law of attraction's bringing you to people who think the same thing. Law of attraction's bringing evidence to you to support your belief. In other words, of course it's hard because reality has been formulating around it, and you believe your reality. And oh, did you just hear that? You believe that reality, and we want you to believe this reality. We want you to believe the vibrational reality. We want you to believe the reality of the whole of you, you see. And when these two realities merge, and the only way this is so good. The only way these two realities can merge is if you come this way into your vortex, because your vortex is never going to merge with this reality. If the source within you would merge with sickness, your planet would be sick and dead soon. If the source within you would merge with economic decline, it would be over for you. In other words, there would be endedness, but that's not ever going to happen because the whole system is such that the source within you holds the leading edge position that is achieved by your asking from the contrast that you live. Are you getting that? When you know what you don't want, you ask for improvement, and improvement becomes the new order of the day. And the new ones being born and all the new energy coming in all come from that vantage point. We've all got a perpetual well-being thing going on here that no matter how negative any one of you get, you cannot disrupt the system. All you can do is pinch yourself off and have an unpleasant time for a while until you croak, and then you're right back in the game again. But you see, it always takes effort. And let's talk about why it takes effort. And let's just tell it like it is. Focus is effort because law of attraction will hold you to your dominant vibration. So if I've been beating the drum of I don't have enough money, and I've been noticing evidence of not having enough money, and in my noticing that I don't have enough money, I activate a vibration so it keeps me in that position of not having enough money, then to think about having more money is not as easy as noticing that I don't have enough money. It takes effort to imagine beyond what is. That's really what we're talking about. It's easy. It's like it's easy to turn on the television and watch what they're offering. It's more difficult to think your own thought. It's easy to just hear what someone's saying to you. It's more difficult to guide the conversation in a more positive direction. It's easy to observe. It's more difficult to focus. And yet, there is so much more reward in focusing than there is in just observing.